Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Hampton with the Hampton Law Firm. Today, I want to introduce our law firm to you and go over a little bit about what distinguishes our law firm from some of the other law firms in the North Texas area. And I want to encourage you, if you wait around till the end of the video, I'll also give you a free resource. In fact, it's a free ebook, What to Do If You Have Been Charged with a Crime in Texas. Now, normally I'll do a video and we'll just kind of talk about a specific area of law, and I have a YouTube channel that covers all these areas. And many of the questions that you may have if you or a loved one are facing a criminal charge right now, many of those questions may be able to be answered in a very general way through our YouTube channel. But one of the things I want to do is, I think one of the most overwhelming things if you've been charged with a crime is determining who should you work with and partner with as an attorney and as a law firm to try to make sure you are protected and defended and receive a favorable result for your case. And one of the things I want to talk about today is I want to introduce who we are, the Hampton Law Firm. First of all, as I've mentioned, I'm Jeff Hampton, and one of the areas that we look at is anytime I have friends and family members that will talk to me and say, "Hey Jeff, what do you look for if I was to ever look to hire a lawyer or a law firm? What do I need to be looking for? What are the traits, the attributes?" And what I want to do is, by introducing us, I want to address these big concerns. One of the first things you need to be looking for when you interview with an attorney is you want to find out what is the reputation and recognition of the attorneys that work at that law office. Many of the attorneys in the Dallas-Fort Worth area are solo practicing attorneys. And many times they have the resources of one lawyer and maybe one legal assistant. One of the differences at the Hampton Law Firm is we have 5 attorneys, 5 specialty criminal defense lawyers. We have multiple staff members, legal assistants, paralegals, and we have our own location where we have the opportunity to sit down with clients and make sure that each client receives a team approach to their criminal defense. Now, when we talk about reputation and recognition, I'm going to introduce a little bit about our attorneys here in a minute, but every attorney in our office is a former prosecutor, and practically every attorney in our office has also been recognized within the field as a top 100 attorney in the nation. Many, and myself and my partner included, a top criminal attorney and DWI attorney in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we take great pride in making sure not just that we have a reputation and we're recognized by our peers and others, but that we also show empathy to our clients. I mean, my main concern is making sure that every client's questions are answered, every issue that could be brought up, we address, and make sure that we dedicate the time that's needed in order to make sure and answer every question you or your loved one may have. Now, the second point I want to bring up is experience and background. Now, why is that important? Well, every attorney in our office, all of the attorneys that work here at our law firm are former prosecutors. And so, in fact, 4 out of the 5 were former prosecutors in Tarrant County, but all the attorneys in my office have at least 5 years worth of experience as a prosecutor, and then especially my partner and I included have been doing defense work for over 10 years. So people say, well, why is that important? Well, first of all, as being a former prosecutor in Tarrant County, we know the judges, we know the prosecutors. We also know how they've been trained in the processes they are going to go through in order to prosecute the case. So we can anticipate those concerns and make sure and provide that defense to our clients. And so not only that, but the other thing is let's say you're facing a felony charge. I know exactly how the prosecutors are going to prepare their case to present it to the grand jury. Many times a felony case can be resolved in a very favorable way if it's handled properly through the grand jury process. So I say that to say this, having an attorney, there are many attorneys out there that may handle 4 or 5 different areas of law. When you're talking about criminal defense, it's very important to have someone that spends their time day in and day out dedicated to the trade of making sure that a citizen in North Texas is protected from the government and that they receive the very best representation they can. So that's one of the most important things that we look to do. And now, as far as education goes, I will say this. We have several people in our law firm, several attorneys in our law firm that regularly educate other attorneys. They will go to continuing legal education programs where they get a chance to educate other attorneys on DWI defense, the actual field sobriety testing and understanding how that works, and blood testing, but also in other areas of law related to confessions and other specific areas of search and seizure and suppression issues. Those are things that are brought up frequently by attorneys in our office because of the experience that they have. Collectively, we have over 80 years of experience within this law firm in terms of the attorneys that have worked at the district attorney's office and are presently defending our clients here in the Tarrant County and the Dallas County area. Now, the reason why I say this, the final thing I want to say is, you can have reputation, you can have recognition, you can even have experience, but do you get results? And one of the things that we are very proud of is that our attorneys, we will fight as long as it takes to make sure and get you the very best result that we can. Some attorneys are very quick to want to just try to have their client walk in there and take a plea deal and everything's over with. On our end, we'll do whatever it takes on our end, and we have a reputation for receiving and getting those results for our clients. But it's easy to say these things. It's another thing to make sure and deliver on these issues. And that's why we also give a free consultation. We encourage you, if you are facing a criminal case in the North Texas area, don't hesitate to give us a call at 817-877-5200. And I say that because it's a free consultation and every situation is unique, and we want to be able to provide you the very best explanations that we can. Maybe you found out a loved one has an active warrant for their arrest. You don't know what your next steps are. We'll be happy to answer those questions, and I appreciate you waiting around to the end of this video. We're also going to give you a free ebook, What to Do If You Have Been Charged with a Crime in Texas. All you have to do is click the link below and input your email information, and we'll send that right over to you. Thanks again for joining us today, and I look forward to meeting you on our next video series. And I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and see what options are available for you based upon what you're facing. Thanks again.